Yo, what's up guys? So today we are gonna see, what if Naruto forcefully married with Temari, and got harem with Tsunade and Kushina, part 1. Hope you'll enjoy this video. So before we start, go check out the author of this fanfic, KingSeahawk, link is in the description, and also subscribe to my channel, and like this video. Minato, the third Hokage, yelled. He had just witnessed the death of the fourth Hokage, a friend, an ally, and his pupil's pupil. Minato just sealed half of the 9 tails within himself, the other half within his son. He told Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage, to make sure Naruto is remembered as a hero instead of the demon itself, knowing that it will most likely not end up that way. 2 hours after Minato's death, he called in all of the Chunin closest to him to decide who gets to raise Naruto. Those that were present were Kakashi Haddock, Asuma Sarutobi, Might Guy, Kuranaiki, and Anko Midarashi. As you know, Minato is dead, and I need 2 Chunin to take care of Naruto, his son, Sarutobi said. Instantly he got looks of shock because no one knew that Minato got married and had a kid. How is that Minato's kid? I have never seen his wife or this baby boy, Anko said. I know Anko. He kept this a secret so as not to endanger anyone in his family. Remember, he is the last Namikaze that we know of, and Naruto here is the last Uzumaki. Sarutobi finished before 2 people stepped up. Those 2 were Kakashi Haddock and Kuranaiki. Kakashi, Kuranai, are you sure you want to take the responsibility to take care of the 4th Hokage's son? You can't tell anyone who his real parents are, and that goes for everyone here. You are the only other people in this entire village that knows about the connection between Naruto, Minato, and Kushina. So do you accept living and working together to raise Naruto? Sarutobi said. I do, Hokage-san. Both Kakashi and Kuranai said confidently. Then it is settled, you are all dismissed. Sarutobi said. Now to get back to my damn paperwork. How I wish I knew the secret to defeat my longtime enemy. Sarutobi said. Kakashi and Kuranai decided to go to the Haddock compound, since it was bigger than Kuranai's place. So where will we put Kakashi? Kuranai asked. He can stay in my room that I grew up in. Kakashi replied. You know the outside looks like a dumb Kakashi. Kuranai said. I know, but it's just the outside. Look at the rest of the inside of the house. It's way better looking, and in better shape. Kakashi said. I guess you're right. So where will you and I sleep? Kuranai started before Kakashi knew what she was going, and answered her. You get the bed, I'll take the couch. Kakashi said. Are you sure I can stay on the couch? Kuranai said, not wanting to upset Kakashi. Trust me, I wouldn't mind sleeping in the same room as you. It's just that we don't know each other on a personal level that much, you know. Kakashi replied. Oh, okay, thank you. Kuranai said. No problem, just make yourself at home. Tomorrow we can go around town with Naruto and act like a couple and get some more stuff for him. We're lucky we got to find his cradle that he uses. Good night, Kuranai. Good night, Kakashi. Kuranai said before sleep took over the house. Both Kuranai and Kakashi woke up to crying Naruto. Kakashi decided to take care of Naruto and let Kuranai sleep, but she thought the opposite of him. She walked in to see Kakashi singing a lullaby to Naruto. That was beautiful, Kakashi. Where did you learn that? Minato-sensei told me that, and said to remember it just in case. I had no idea at the moment, but now I do. He sang this to Naruto to calm him down. Kakashi came with me. Kuranai said, smiling. What do you mean? Kakashi asked. Just come on. Kuranai said, waving him to come over to her. Kuranai took him by the hand and led him into the bedroom Kuranai was sleeping in before Naruto woke them up. She wanted him to sleep in the same bed as her. Are you sure you want to do this, Kuranai? I mean, we barely know each other and stuff. You sure you want to do this, Kuranai? Yes, Kakashi, now get in bed. Kuranai said. Alright, if you want to really take this parenting thing to extremes, who am I to stand in your way? Kakashi said. Kuranai said, thank you, Kakashi, and rested her head on his chest to feel more comfortable. Kakashi pulled out one of his Icha Icha Paradise books, and Kuranai noticed this, and told him to put it up. Kakashi put up that smut. I don't want Naruto to find one of those until he's 18. 12, 18, 14, 18, fine 15. Thank you, wait, no 8. Nope, it's too late for Kuranai 15. End of story. Kakashi said, laughing. So who do you think his godparents should be, Kakashi? Kuranai asked. I don't really know. I want to pick someone really good because Minato was like a father to me since my father died here all those years ago. Kakashi said. I'm sorry, I had no idea about Kakashi. Kuranai said with a sad face. It's okay, you didn't know about it till now, so I don't mind telling you this. Would you tell me how and why he died if there's a reason? Kuranai asked, not knowing if she was pushing the line or not. How he died? Well, he was leading a mission as an Anbu Black Ops leader. He disobeyed orders and decided to save his friends and comrades instead of abandoning the mission and live to see another day. So he died on the mission. No, when he came back with all of his friends alive, but the Anbu were mad that he didn't just leave them to save his own ass. No slander with Naruto, Kakashi. Okay. Sorry, I'll try harder next time I get the urge to use any slander. Thank you, and speaking of Naruto, did you put a mask on him? Yes, I actually put on 2. Why 2? Trust me, when the time comes it'll be funny, and you will be gasping for air. Alright, I'll make sure to be there when he does this for the first time. But how is he supposed to eat, drink, and breathe through two of those, Kakashi? Easy. It allows food and water to pass through to eat, and it is made of a very thin, but very durable material, allowing him to breathe without any problem. Well, can we see his face that is covered up? Yes, and no. Only mothers, fathers, siblings, and future husbands or wives can see their whole face. All you have to do is ask, otherwise you never get to see it. So could I see it in Kakashi? I don't know if it is family tradition for me to decline, but we are living together, and will be for the foreseeable future. On the other hand, we aren't married, so it would break the tradition that has been kept since the clans began. It's alright, Kakashi, but what were you saying about your father, and his death? Oh right, well, when he returned, Anbu stripped him of his title, and he slowly fell into depression with the respect he lost, being the white fang of the leaf, and my mother had been dead for some time, so he really did not know how to do anything or what to do. His life just fell apart until he drove himself mad, and committed suicide. I was 8 when I came home to find him dead. I had to raise myself until Minato found out, and decided to treat me like his own son, so I feel that this is a good way to repay him, since I never got the chance to tell him myself of how grateful I was of him taking me in like his own. It's because of him that I got to be this good. He pushed me harder than Rin, and Obito Uchiha to become better than him. I just don't know if I actually have surpassed him, but I will make sure Naruto does pass me, and Minato, and make the both of us look like nothing. You really want Naruto to succeed, don't you, Kakashi? Yeah, I really want to help him. By the way, when do you think a good time would be for him to start training? I just wanted to know to see if it matches when I would like to start teaching with him. 5 years, not any younger. What were you thinking? 3. Kakashi replied calmly. Why is that so dangerous for him? Kurenai blurted out. Could you be any louder? I chose 3 because if Naruto is to pass Minato, and he has to start early, the training I have for him is just right, and he'll soon be just like Minato, a teen heartthrob. Kakashi said, laughing at the last part of what he said. Don't say that, Kakashi, I don't want to lose my baby. Kurenai said. Haha, it's okay, Kurenai, we won't lose him. When he does find his girl, I know something for a fact, and I'll even make a bet out of it. Okay, I'm listening to Kakashi. Kurini replied, wanting to know his bet. When he finds his girl, she will be very strong, as will he. She will be beautiful, and he will protect her no matter what, and he will treat her like a girl woman should be treated, and he will make her the happiest person in the world. 100 Ryo on this. How do you know she will be all of those things? Can you see the future? No, I can't see the future, but I just have a really strong feeling about this, so 100 Ryo good for you. You're on, and I think I know the perfect people for his godparents. Now you know he already has someone appointed to him by Minato. Well then tell me who they are before I tell you the people I'm thinking about. Okay, his godfather is none other than Jiraiya the Toad Sage, aka the Super Pervert, and the author of my favorite series of books. What Jiraiya? What does he know about taking care of a child if we pass away? It's okay, I think you like his godmother, Tsunade Senju. Kurenai's eyes got white before speaking. You mean Naruto's godparents are 2 of the non-pedophile Sannin? Yep, Tsunade and Jiraiya are his godparents. So who have you chosen? Well, his godfather will be Asuma Sarutobi, and his godmother will be my best friend Anko Mitarashi. Kurenai said happily. Asuma and Anko, huh? Well, I don't see any problem with them. Just are you sure about Anko, because she can be a little crazy? Yes, I'm sure about Anko. She'll be great with Naruto. Okay, if that is what you want, I will go with it. Thank you, Kakashi. Kurenai said, getting closer to him, and started to hug him. This caught Kakashi off guard. He decided to wrap his arm around her neck, and she moved her head, so the both of them would be comfortable. You're welcome, Kurenai. Sleep well. Tomorrow we have a big day ahead of us. With that, everyone was asleep, and Naruto never disturbed either of them for the rest of the night. 3 years time skip. Kakashi walks into Naruto's room to see him sleeping, and tries to wake him up for breakfast. Naruto woke up in the morning. Sure, whatever. Naruto replied. Haha, just like his mother Kurenai, Naruto seriously got up. You are starting your training today, and you need your strength to work with the regiment that I have set up for you. Kakashi said. Sure, whatever. Naruto unconsciously said. Kakashi smacks his forehead. Time to pull out the big guns. Naruto has free ramen at Ichiraku for the whole day. Kakashi said. Free ramen at Ichiran, wait a minute, why do you have to keep doing that? Naruto said, getting excited before he realized Kakashi's lie. So you get up, Naruto, now come on. Kakashi said, trying not to get irritated. Fine, I'm coming, but what type of training are you going to make me do? Naruto said, still half tired. You'll see soon enough. And we're going to meet some of my friends and their kids at the Nara compound. Then we'll head over to the Akimichi BBQ pit for lunch, and you can hang out with their kids. Kakashi said. Who are their kids on? Naruto asked. Shikamaru Nara, son of Shikaku Nara, and Choji Akimichi, son of Choza Akimichi. They're your age, and I thought it would be good for you to meet some other kids your age. First get ready, and we'll head out to the Naras, then go to the park for you all to get to know each other, and then we can head over to Choza Akimichi's BBQ pit. They have the best bar BK in Konoha. So what do you say to Naruto, you are ready for today? Kakashi asked. Yeah, I guess let me just eat, and then we can head out. Naruto replied. Okay, let's eat before your mom gets upset, Kakashi said, chuckling. Naruto and Kakashi head into the kitchen to eat their breakfast. Kunai greeted them, and they ate then headed out to the Nara complex to meet Shikaku and his family. Kakashi knocked on their door, and Shikamaru answered the door instead of his dad. You must be Kakashi Haddock. My dad's been talking about you guys coming over then going out to the park to meet others our age, is that right? Shikamaru said. Yep, that sounds about right, Shikamaru, Kakashi said. Ha, troublesome, just troublesome, Shikamaru replied. Haha, just like your father always saying things are troublesome. You must have inherited it from him, Kakashi said, grinning. Yeah, I did come in. Dad should be out back. Naruto can come with me, and we can play shogi or go, Shikamaru said. Okay, Naruto, go and follow Shikamaru. He'll teach you to use your mind and figure out strategies to solve some problems. It will come in handy when you become a shinobi. I'm sure Shikamaru already is an expert, so he can teach you the ropes, Kakashi said, smiling. Naruto listened and followed Shikamaru, and the two hit it off. For 3 hours the two of them were going at it, and Naruto soon got the hang of things, and even beat Shikamaru a few times. The Haddocks and the Naras found the two trying to find a way to beat the other, until Shikamaru realized that no matter what he did Naruto would win. I give up, I can't do anything without you countering, and in the end beating me, Shikamaru said. Naruto smiled at this, and turned to see Kakashi, Kunai, Shikaku, and Yoshino, Shikamaru's mom, to see that they were ready to head out, and meet some of the other kids their age at the park. Are you guys ready to meet everyone else at the park? Shikaku asked. Sure, will Choji and Ino be there as well, or who all is coming? Shikamaru asked. Well, the Akimichas should be there along with the Yamanakas, and I think the Inizukas will be there as well, Kunai said. Well, this might be interesting. Are the Hyugas going to be there along with Tenten and her family going to be there as well? Shikamaru asked. Naruto was completely lost because he had no idea who all of these people were, but Shikamaru here knew exactly who they were. They all went to the spot that they were to meet at, and had a run-in with Guy and his adopted son Lee. Kakashi, my eternal rival, how are the flames of youth with you? Guy yelled. Ha, you say something, Guy, Kakashi said, looking down at his Icha book. Damn your fucking too cool Haddock attitude, have you brainwashed your son as well? Lee asked Naruto. Guy screamed. Naruto, my eternal rival, how are the flames of youth with you? Lee yelled. Naruto looked out of the corner of his eye to see Kakashi nod at him, and he got the signal. Did you say something, Lee? Was it? He's been brainwashed as well with that fucking too cool attitude from the Haddocks, Lee screamed. Naruto and Kakashi were trying to hold back laughs, but couldn't keep it in, and were laughing so hard they were rolling on the ground, and everyone else wasn't too far behind until Guy and Lee were about to use their flames of youth genjutsu. Close your eyes, everybody, Kakashi screamed. Naruto tackled Naruto, and Shikaku did the same with Shikamaru, and Kunai with Yoshino hitting the deck and covering their eyes. They heard a scream, and looked over to see Kiba and Ino passed out. Lee, Guy, look what you fucking did. Kiba and Ino have passed away, Shikaku yelled. Kakashi was starting to lift his headband to reveal his Sharingan before Lee and Guy ran for the hills knowing what was coming next. That should be enough to get them running. Now let's check up on those two over there. Inoichi, Tsum, how are they? Kakashi asked. They both got hit with the full blast of their. I fear they will never be able to look at a sunset the same again, Inoichi said. Damn those two. I'm gonna kick Guy's ass, and Naruto will take out Lee with ease. Shikaku, if you want to join me, beat Guy down, you're more than welcome to join me, Kakashi said. Oh, I'll join you. I'll use my shadow possession, and you can use your Sharingan and take a couple shots, then I'll take some, Shikaku said. Kakashi grinned at that, then Kiba and Ino finally woke up, and all of them went to the park and started to hang out. Naruto and Shikamaru were getting along with Ino, Kiba, and Choji, who came a little after sunset. Kiba's dog seemed to like Naruto a lot, and decided to give a baby tooth from his dog Akamaru, and gave it to Naruto to show that their friendship will never die. After everyone got used to each other, they decided to go out to the Akimichi Bar BK pit for lunch before everyone went their separate ways. Naruto got right to training with Kakashi, starting with a little warm-up of 50 push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, and running to the Hokage monument and back. Next, Naruto was to start with a substitution. This is a very low-level one, so Kakashi thought this would be easy to start out with. So the main idea of this Naruto is that if you get attacked, and a kunai or shuriken gets to you, can perform this, and it will turn into a log. Here, try it on me, throw the kunai at me, and you'll see what I mean, Kakashi said. Naruto threw the kunai at his father, and when it connected there was a delay in it, and Naruto thought he actually hit his father until there was a poof, and a cloud of smoke appeared, and a log replaced Kakashi. Naruto's eyes grew wide in excitement, and wanted to try it on his own. Kakashi told him what to do after he got down his chakra control. Once Naruto got this down, Kakashi let him try out and on Naruto's first shot he got it down perfectly. He substituted himself with a log, and then landed a punch on Kakashi's back. Kakashi was very impressed at how quickly Naruto got it down, and decided to give him a bit of what he thinks that Naruto can get down at a certain point in time of his life. Naruto, since you got this down so quickly, I think you're ready to start to learn some more. And at the rate you're going, you could very well pass the 4th Hokage, Kakashi said, dragging out the last part of a sentence. The greatest of all the Hokages our village has ever seen. Naruto answered. Correct, Naruto, looks like you've been paying attention. Now for your next, it's called the Shadow Clone Jutsu. This is where you will make clones of yourself to confuse the enemy of where you really are. If a fake one gets him, he will vanish. Now you can dispel them to make them go away, or they can be hit, and then they shall go away. So I do it first so you can see, and then you can give it a shot, okay? Kakashi said to a smiling Naruto who was in awe of everything that he was learning. Kakashi performed a few times so Naruto got the basic idea, and told him that different amounts of chakra are needed for the amount of clones that you want to appear in front of you. More chakra for more clones, and less chakra for less clones. And there is another thing, once one of your clones is destroyed, you learn what you learned, so you know what to do better next time you charge in for an attack. So go ahead, and show me what you can do. For now give me as many clones as you can produce. Kakashi said, not expecting the amount Naruto threw at him. Naruto channeled a ton of chakra, and outproofed 100 clones that weren't duds. They were exactly like Naruto. Kakashi's eyes grew wide, not knowing that Naruto was going to be able to master his first 2 with so much ease, and Naruto wasn't even suffering from chakra exhaustion, which isn't common for a kid his age. Hey Kunai, come look at what Naruto did. Kakashi said, not taking his eyes off of what Naruto just accomplished. Kunai looked out back, and saw 100 shadow clones that looked exactly like Naruto, and was in complete shock at this. Naruto honey, did you do this all on your own? Kunai asked, amazed at what her son just did. Normally this would be considered extremely hard for someone his age, but Naruto seemed to have no trouble at all. Naruto, why don't you dispel this, and work on some with your mother for a little while. When you're done come, and get me, and I'll start your Jujutsu training. Kakashi said, going inside to try, and finish his Ichi Paradise book. Okay Naruto, do you know what to start off with? Kunai asked. It's an illusion that you create to strike fear into an enemy or opponent. Naruto replied. Yes, that is correct. Now this is how you can perform it, Kunai said. This goes on for about a year, with Naruto learning some new, getting better at starting up some strategies with Shikamaru, hanging out with Shika, Kiba, Choji, Ino, Niji, Tenten, and Hinata, and not caring about being around that emo scum Sasuke, and his stupid pink-haired baboon fangirl named Sakura, that follows him everywhere he goes. Every day Lee would try and challenge Naruto to some challenge of battle, but every time Naruto would deny, saying he was already on his way somewhere. And every day for dinner he would go to Ichiraku's ramen shop with Kakashi and Kunai. Tucci always loved when Naruto would come, saying that he was his #1 customer, and the ramen was always on the house. Hey Autumn-san, when can I start learning something new? I'm getting tired of doing the same ones over and over again, but it's so easy that I can't learn something new and harder. I mean, come on, I learned my first 2 on my first try. Is there any other you can teach me? Naruto asked for a yes from his parents. No, you are learning that not even your friends are probably doing right now. For now, come up with different combinations and strategies to make it absolutely perfect. Like I said, I'm sure most of your friends haven't even started training like you have, except in their family. For Shikamaru, the shadow possesses Niji, and Hinata with the gentle fist style, Tenten with her mass arsenal of weapons, and lastly Kiba with Akamaru. Kakashi explained to Naruto. What about Choji and Shino? Naruto asked. Oh yes, I forgot about them. Well, Choji most likely won't start until he's around the academy age, and I would think Shino would be the same as Choji. So you have a head start on all of them. You should be proud. Besides, none of their parents know about our training. Kakashi said, not to look away from his bowl of ramen. Naruto's eyes got big, not knowing that his friends had no idea he was training harder than all of them. Wait, what about Ino? Do you think she has started? Naruto asked. Hard to say, Noichi can't decide on that. Anyone else you forgot? Kakashi asked, smiling through his masks. Though that emo prick Sasuke, and his stupid fangirl Sakura, along with that pale kid Sai. Sasuke probably has only learned one, and it's not that good. But if you want to learn, I have a special one for you. Want to know what it is? Kakashi asked, smiling. Please tell me about Autumn-san. I need to learn another language. Naruto asked. Well, here it is. It's called Leaf Village Secret Finger Jutsu 8,000 Years of Death. Kakashi said, smirking, looking at his kid smile through his masks. Every day for the next year or so goes about this same exact way until Naruto is about 5 or 6. Naruto is now a 6-year-old boy still living in the same house he has been living in since Kakashi and Kunai took him in as their own child. Kunai and Kakashi have realized that they have had feelings for each other, and they have let those feelings grow, and now they are both married and living just fine. Naruto continues his training to become better than his father, and the 4th Hokage, seeking to be the next Hokage. So right now Naruto is training, and then hears in Sarutobi summons Naruto and his family for an important matter that cannot be delayed any longer if the peace between Konoha and Sana is going to happen. Nice work Naruto, keep it up. Don't stop until you put a dent in the dummy. Kakashi said looking at his son go to work on the wooden dummy he made for Naruto to increase his close combat skills. Right? I'll put a dent in this thing before the day is over, I promise. Naruto shouted, then with one last punch, Naruto made a huge dent in the wooden dummy, and actually knocked it down. The dummy itself weighed about 150 pounds, and Naruto was only 60 pounds. Kakashi looked up from his Icha Paradise book to see that Naruto made a huge dent and knocked it over. Naruto looked over to Kakashi and gave him a smile, still in the stance he was in when he knocked over the dummy. Nice job Naruto, I think now would be a good time to rest and shower, because you're going to be training for the first time in Kinjutsu, which is what Kakashi said, dragging out the last part of the sentence. Training with swords and his swords. Naruto replied. Correct. Okay dad. Naruto said, walking upstairs to take a shower. Don't forget we're going to see the Hokage today for an important meeting, and you must come, no exceptions Naruto. Kakashi said. Are you serious? Why do I have to go to the Hokage's office this time? Can't I just stay at home and train or something? Naruto said, complaining. No, you must be there. Now go or you'll find out what's behind my forehead protector. Kakashi said, getting very serious. Naruto said nothing and ran upstairs to get ready to leave for Tenten's place. Kunai saw the whole thing and went to Kakashi. Did you really have to scare him by saying you'll show him your Sharingan, Kakashi-kun? Kunai said, sort of getting a kick out of it. Sorry Kuro-chan, but you wouldn't listen to me, so desperate times call for desperate measures, wouldn't you agree? Kakashi said, giving her a quick kiss before heading inside. Kunai could only smile at Kakashi, and thinking to herself, I never thought I would have ended up falling in love with Kakashi, and raising a child with him. Maybe one day we can have a child of our own, and give Naruto a little brother or sister. Kunai's train of thought was broken when Kakashi spoke to her. Hey Kuro-chan, how's Naruto's Jinjutsu training going? Actually I'm very surprised how good he is considering the family he comes from isn't exactly known for Fuinjutsu. Kunai replied. That's right, I almost forgot the Uzumakis and Namikazes were the best at sealing. Kakashi said. Speaking of Fuinjutsu, how is that going for him? Kunai asked since she only teaches Naruto Jinjutsu, while Kakashi teaches him Nin, Tai, and Fuinjutsu, and Tenten's family will cover Kinjutsu until Jiraiya comes back for Naruto to begin his training. Perfectly fine, he actually already has an emergency scroll for when he or one of his friends gets hit with Lee's Flames of Youth Jinjutsu. But Naruto will never get hit, so we have nothing to worry about. Kakashi said, chuckling a little bit. So what does he use for his friends? Kunai asked, wanting to know since Naruto has never brought this up before. Well, for starters, Choji get a full bag of BK chips, Ino gets a bunch of flowers, Shino gets some bugs, Tenten is hearing swords clash against each other, Kiba is a dog bone, Shikamaru would have to be Naruto just yelling troublesome in his ear. Kakashi said, trying to remember if he got everyone. What about Nichi and Hinata Hyuga? Kunai asked. Naruto hasn't found anything for them except dumping cold water on them. Kakashi said. 30 min. Time skip. Naruto is now training with Tenten in Kinjutsu using katanas. Naruto and Tenten were going at it like they were enemies in a real battle. Both Naruto and Tenten were nearing the end of what they could put out, and soon Naruto beat Tenten with his sword at her neck, showing that he's won the battle training session. Tenten was a little upset that she lost because she is the best at Kinjutsu because that's her specialty, and she got beat by someone who was on their first day of Kinjutsu training. Tenten admitted defeat, and, as a reward for Naruto beating her, is that she let him keep the katana used for free, and even gave him a sheath to hold his katana. After a few minutes Naruto headed over to Shikamaru's to train his mind. Then he got delayed by Lee wanting to get a challenge out of Naruto, but of course Naruto declined. Naruto, my eternal rival, I have a challenge for you, and you can't decline this one because the flames of youth burn bright in the both of us. Lee said. Ha, you say something, Lee. I'm actually headed to Shika's place for Go and Shogi. Naruto replied calmly. Damn, that too cool smooth talking Haddock attitude of yours. Lee screamed and started his flames of youth Jinjutsu, and luckily Naruto dodged it, but someone unfortunately got hit with it. All Naruto heard was a scream from a girl. It was Ino. She almost got hit with it before Shikamaru stepped in front of her to take the full blast of it. Shikamaru, you idiot, why did you have to do that? A tearing up Ino said. You know what happened to Shika? Naruto ran over to her and said to inspect Shikamaru of how bad he got hit. The lazy idiot jumped in front of me when I didn't notice Lee was about to use his flames of youth, and he got the full blast. Ino said, on the verge of crying. Hey Naruto, what the hell happened here? I heard a scream and a bright flash and knew it was Lee. So did anyone get hit? Kiba asked, running to see what had happened. Yeah, Shikamaru here got hit protecting Ino from the blast, and he got the full thing. Having Akamaru lick him a few times, I think I got something for him. Naruto said. Got it, Akamaru, you know what to do. Give Shikamaru here a few licks, then let our brother take care of the rest. Kiba said to Akamaru. Akamaru barked in response, and gave Shikamaru a few licks, then let Naruto go to work. Naruto pulled out a scroll that had something in it that would wake up each of them if they ever needed to. For Ino it was flowers, Choji is a bag of barbecue chips, Shino is some bugs flying around him, Kiba is a dog bone, Tenten was the clanking of new weapons, and Shikamaru was a recording of his mother nagging him. As for the Hyugas, Naruto hadn't figured out something for either Nichi or Hinata, and he didn't bother with Sasuke or Sakura, that stupid pink-haired baboon fangirl. He only got things for his friends. After Naruto played the recording a few times, Shikamaru started to come to his senses, hearing the recording over and over. Finally, after a few minutes, Shikamaru woke up to see his friends looking at him, and when Ino about to start letting the waterworks show begin. What the hell happened to me? Last thing I remember was stepping in front of Ino so she wouldn't get hit with that sunset. Shikamaru said. Yeah, well that's exactly what happened. You took the full blast of that to protect Ino. She screamed, and we rushed over, and finally got you to wake up thanks to my Flames of Youth remedy scroll. Naruto said with a grin that couldn't be seen because of his mask. Thanks Naruto, I really owe you one for getting me back and running. And Ino, please make sure you know if Lee is around you and is about to blast him again. I seriously don't want to do this again, okay? Shikamaru said. Okay Shikamaru, I'll try to do what you say. Ino said, starting to cry. Ino practically tackled Shikamaru and thanked him a million times for what he did, and Shikamaru had no idea how he was supposed to react to this. Naruto caught sight of this and started to chuckle a bit, and Shikamaru only thought one thing. Troublesome, the two of them. Okay, I'm alright, no need for crying or anything. Next time Lee does this to any of us, we beat his ass. Everyone cool with that? Shikamaru said, trying to change the mood lingering over everyone's head. Naruto looked at his friends and knew what they were thinking. Of course we're okay with that. They don't call it revenge for nothing now, do they, Shika? Naruto said, giving a nice smile. Alright, everyone can go back to what they were doing, or you can join Naruto, and I will be at my place to play Sengoku or Shogi. Shikamaru said. Everyone shrugged in agreement and didn't see any harm in going with Shikamaru and Naruto to hang out for a while. So the group headed over to the Nara compound, where they went straight to the back, after greeting Shikaku and Yoshino, to watch Naruto and Shikamaru play a few games before challenging their friends to a few rounds. That whole day Naruto only lost once, and that was the first game to Shikamaru. After that he won the next 3 against him before cruising against his friends. Shikamaru only lost 3 games, all to the hands of Naruto. He also cruised past his friends. The only way any of them won was by beating each other. Right before the next game could start, all of the families for the boys appeared. Kakashi was the first to speak to them all. Naruto, Shikamaru, Choji, Kiba, Shino, and your families have been invited to the Hokage's office for a very important matter that could solve some village issues. Your presence is requested at once. The Naras, my wife, and I can all escort you there. Kakashi said. Everyone but Naruto looked at Kakashi with stunned faces. None of them knew that he and Kurenai had actually tied the knot. It had actually happened before Naruto's 5th birthday, but they made it a private wedding, and Kakashi forgot to tell everyone for a year. Since when have you two been married? No one has ever said anything about that. Shikaku said to one of his best friends, the other being Choza. Before Naruto's 5th birthday, I guess I forgot to inform everyone about that. Haha. Kakashi said, grinning through his mask. Whatever, let's just go to the Hokage's before he kills us. Shikaku said. With that, the 5-6-year-old boys and their families made their way to the Hokage's office. Once inside, Naruto was the first to notice an older man with 3 kids, a blonde girl with 4 ponytails about 9 years old, a brown-haired boy about 8 or so, and another red-haired boy about Naruto's age. Naruto didn't really notice the boys because he was captivated by the young girl's beauty. All he could do was stare at her with amazement. She soon noticed this, and turned to see Naruto staring at her, and instead of Naruto turning away like a shy boy, he kept on staring at her. This of course started to make her blush, and, as a result, Naruto noticed her cheeks starting to flush, and started to nervously scratch the back of his head, and blushing himself. Naruto soon heard his name called by his parents, and went inside the Hokage's office, still blushing at the girl he had now formed a crush on, and was praying that he could see her one last time. But Naruto's train of thought was broken by Hiruzen Sarutobi, starting to explain why they were summoned on such short notice. Sarutobi quickly asked his assistant to bring in their guests, who were none other than the man with 3 children, that Naruto saw less than 30 seconds ago. This is the 4th Kazekage, and his 3 children, going from oldest to youngest Temari, Conqueror, and Gar. They're here because we want to strengthen the alliance between our villages. So Kazekage-sama here has decided how this will go along. Kazekage-sama, if you would, Hiruzen said. And Hokage-sama. Now, as Hiruzen has stated, I have asked to strengthen the alliance between our villages, because if a Wagaker attacks us and takes over us, they will be extremely close to Konohagakure, and we all know that Iwa and Konoha have some history since the 3rd Shinobi World War, because of the Yellow Flash. So here is what I'm considering. My daughter Temari will marry one of the boys here in this room. Depending on the training they have done will determine how well I believe they can protect my daughter when it is needed. The Kazekage said. Every one of the parents gasped at what they were hearing. It was possible that one of their boys could end up being engaged at the age of 6 to the Kazekage's oldest child and only daughter, Temari. So with that being said, I will go from left to right to see what training your child has undergone. So with that being said, the family on the far left, please introduce your clan name, child's name, and what training they have undergone so far. The Kazekage stated. Very well, Kazekage-sama, we are the Aburum clan. This is Shino Aburum, and our clan specializes in bugs. So we are approaching the appropriate age for Shino to start training, so no training has been done. We are from the Inizuka clan. This is my son Kiba Inizuka with his life partner Akamaru. We specialize in using dogs as our personal teammate. Until we are put on a team, the dog also is a bodyguard for its overseer. We too haven't started any training yet, Kazekage-sama. Inizuka stated. We are from the Akamichi clan. This is my son Choji Akamichi, and we don't start our family, which is expanding, until around academy age, so no training has been done for Choji here. Choza Akamichi said. The Kazekage was getting frustrated with the fact that half of the families here haven't even started training their child yet, and next up is the Naras, the Chihas, and lastly the Haddoks in that order. We come from the Nara clan. This is Shikamaru Nara, and he has started a little bit of our family which specializes in shadows. He has also become a genius in coming up with strategies in Go and Shogi, and even beat me in a couple of games. And that's impressive because if we should go to war, I'm the lead strategist. Shukaku said. We are from the Uchiha clan. This is my son Sasuke Uchiha. He has started to learn some of our family, including some advanced for his age. He has also awakened the first stage of his Sharingan. I think that is sufficient enough seeing as we are the most impressive and most elite clan here, Kazekage-sama. Hirosama Uchiha said. Well, a Sharingan user is very good protection for my sweet Temari. The Kazekage started. I have made my decision on who shall marry my daughter, Temari. It will be Saz. The Kazekage started to say before Hiruzen interrupted him. Now hold on, Kazekage-sama, there is still one family who hasn't introduced themselves to you, and I think their history will surprise you. Hiruzen Sarutobi said. Fine, let's get this over with so my daughter can find her husband. The Kazekage said. But that the Kazekage looked at the yellow-haired boy, then moved his whole body to show that Naruto was his full attention. Then Naruto glanced at Kakashi, who nodded at Naruto, and Naruto nodded back at his father. Looking at the Kazekage, then his daughter Temari, he gave her a wink, which didn't go unnoticed by the Kazekage, of course. I am the heir to the Haddock clan. My name is Naruto Haddock. The name may sound familiar because my grandfather was the White Fang of the Leaf, my father his son, me the grandson. I am currently at mid-D level, high D-low Seinin, and Taijutsu. I have started Kinjutsu today, and won my first match against Tenten, who is a weapons protege. I have also mastered the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and Substitution Jutsu on my first try. My warm-ups have consisted of 100 push-ups, sit-ups, and 25 laps around the entire compound. Naruto said without phasing. Everyone looked in surprise at what just came out of Naruto's mouth. They knew Naruto would be a good ninja at his age, but not a fucking genius. The Kazekage was still trying to put everything together until he finally found his voice again. My decision has been made whether the boy or man that will marry my daughter is Naruto Haddock. Cheers broke out for Naruto, as his friends surrounded him congratulating him. Then Temari walked up to the group, and Naruto's friends backed up, and Temari gave a quick kiss to Naruto's cheek, which made him blush. Hey, Naruto, could you take off your mask for me? Temari asked. Naruto's friends leaned in closer to see if they would finally get to see what was under Naruto's mask. Sure, Naruto started with his friends getting grins. When we go home I'll take it off. Naruto said, starting to laugh at his friends' expressions. Okay, I'll wait until then, Naruto. Temari said, smiling. I know you'll wait for Tima-chan. Naruto said, grinning right back at her. Temari started to blush at this, and then all of the kids were brought back into reality by Kakashi. Why don't you guys all go to Akamichi for a celebration dinner? Kagura, Gar, you're welcome to join us. You are now our friends, allies, and you're part of our family now. Kakashi said. Wait a minute here, I'm supposed to marry Temari, not that dope over there. Sasuke yelled in anger. It's done, Sasuke gets over it, I'm marrying Temari, and that's final. Naruto yelled back at him. Fight me right here, right now. I win, Temari marries me. If you win, things will stay as they are now. Sasuke said. Deal. Naruto immediately said back as Sasuke. Everyone cleared out of the way, and the Kazekage whispered something into the Hokage's ear, which made him laugh a little bit. I bet 25 Ryo. Naruto wipes the floor with the Uchiha. The Kazekage said. Haha, agreed. Hiruzen replied. Kakashi said only one thing to Naruto before the fight would start. Naruto 1000. Kakashi said, smiling. I was going to do that either way, Dad. Naruto replied with an evil grin on his face. Sasuke was the first to make a move, and Naruto easily dodged his attack, and was suddenly behind Sasuke. Kakashi was probably the only one who caught what Naruto did because his speed was off the charts. If he kept increasing his speed at a steady pace, he could surpass the 4th Hokage in speed. Everyone gasped at how fast Naruto was. Then Naruto said one thing before performing his secret weapon. You should never let your enemy get behind you. Sasuke Leaf Village Secret Finger Jutsu 8,000 Years of Death. Naruto screamed, and Sasuke flew into the ceiling making a huge crater in it before falling on his head on going out cold. Everyone in the room including the two cages along with Temari, Kagura, and Gar, were trying to hold back laughter, but couldn't after Kiba started to bust out rolling on the floor. Soon everyone was following Kiba, and everyone, not including the Uchihas, had tears in their eyes from laughing so hard. Holy shit, Naruto, that was so awesome, hahaha. Kiba tried to contain himself, but failed in the end. After everyone stopped laughing, Kakashi spoke up, "Okay kids, go on, and head over to the Akimichi pit for dinner. Kuro-chan and I will catch up. We just have some important business to be dealt with. Hokage-sama and Kazekage-sama here." "Are you sure, Dad? You want us to go ahead without you?" Naruto said. "Naruto, I trust Shikaku, Choza, Tsume, and Shibi with my life. They're also some of my closest friends. Trust me, go on, and we'll be there shortly afterwards to celebrate your engagement and your first victory in a real fight." Naruto nodded and grabbed Temari's hand, and they walked out of the Hokage's tower going towards the Akimichi pit led by Choza himself. Hokage's office. "Kazekage-sama, there is something you need to know about Naruto." Kakashi started. "He isn't really our genetic child. He's the fourth Hokage's child who was also my sensei, Minato Namikaze, who married Kushina Uzumaki. They both died when the Kyuubi was unleashed on our village several years ago. I just want you to know that should Naruto and Temari have a child, that child will have 100% Kage in it. Half of it will come from Temari, who is your daughter, and the other half will come from Naruto, who, as I said, is the fourth child. And I believe Naruto can become Hokage himself." Kakashi said. "I have no problem with this news. That will just make their names longer when they officially get married. We'll be staying here for a week, and then we shall leave Temari in your hands. We would also request that Temari stay with you so she is better acclimated to her new family." The Kazekage said with a smile. "I'm sure Naruto will have something to say about this, but for now why don't the four of us go out and celebrate with Naruto and his gang? We could even get the Yamanakas, Hyugas, and Tenten's family, if they would like to join us. Hokage-sama, would you mind going after the two Hyugas for me while Kuro-chan goes and gets Tenten, and I'll get Inoichi and Ino to join us, and if you run in Gaia Rock Lee, don't tell them of our get-together." "Okay." Kakashi said, worried at the last part. "We know, Kakashi, just hurry up and go get our friends. Naruto is waiting, you know." Hiruzen said. With that they all left, and the Kazekage quickly ran for the Akimichi pit. 15 minutes later, everyone was at the pit celebrating Naruto and Temari's big day. On one side of the table sat Naruto, and Temari in the middle with Temari on the left of Naruto, and Gaara on his right. Kakurum was at Temari's left with Kiba to the left of Kakurum. On Gaara's right was Shino. On the other side you had Shikamaru across Naruto, Choji in front of Temari, Hinata in front of Gaara, Nichi in front of Kakurum, Tenten in front of Kiba, leaving Ino on the opposite end of Tenten's row. Everyone was enjoying the good company, and because Nichi, Hinata, Tenten, and Ino weren't there, Naruto retold the whole story, and everyone was laughing and having a good time with each other. The parents were across the walkway talking and getting to know each other better, and the whole night was filled with laughter from both the parents and the kids. Asuma and Anko even got word about this, so they decided to drop by and see what was going on. When Kakashi told them about the fight between Naruto and Sasuke, Anko couldn't hold out any longer, and Asuma wasn't doing that well either, and within seconds the two of them were laughing so hard that they were bawling their eyes out. "Our godson is amazing, isn't he, Asuma?" Anko said. "Yeah, no doubt about it. I would love to have Naruto on my team if I got one this year," Asuma said. After 2 hours everyone was outside talking with each other, until the crowd died down to the Haddocks and Temari's family. "Well, as you know, Kakashi, we are leaving in a week for Suna, and I expect that you will take great care of my daughter until the next time we see her." Lord Kazekage said. "Wait, Temari has to leave her family in order to stay with me?" Naruto asked, confused by this statement. "Yes, Naruto, you see, I feel if she stays with you, she'll learn a lot more than if she were to go back home with myself and her brothers. I'm doing this so the two of you spend time together and get better at being a ninja. I know you'll push her to be the best she can be, Naruto. Please take care of her. Will you do that for me?" Lord Kazekage asked. "Yes, I will take care of her, but she stays with me for the week, then leaves with you to return home," Naruto said without changing his tone. "Why?" "Temari must stay here with you, Naruto. You are her husband-to-be. You can't abandon her." Lord Kazekage was about to finish when Naruto interrupted. "I know this seems like I'm abandoning her, but I assure you I have thought this through, and I want her to leave with her family, because she can learn all she can from Suna. Then the next time we see each other, I can teach her everything I have learned up to that point. Once I get out of the academy, the very next exams will be when we see each other again, and from there we shall live together. Does that sound alright to you, Lord Kazekage?" Naruto asked with a grin. The Kazekage was shocked as to how much Naruto really thought this through for each of them. Temari would learn all of the wind jutsus from Suna, then Naruto could teach her jutsus from Konoha, and vice versa. "I will accept this offer, young fox. I wish the best of luck until the next time we see each other, and I hope it's the exams. If that is all, I will be on my way with the boys to the hotel. I leave Temari in your hands until the time we depart from here to return home," Lord Kazekage said. "Actually, there is one thing, if you would please follow me," Naruto said, as she grabbed Temari, and took her bridal style, and took to the tops of the buildings towards the Hokage tower. "He sure is a ladies' man, isn't he, Kakashi?" Lord Kazekage said. "He sure is, but he didn't get that from me." Kakashi said. Then he took kunai bridal style, then took to the rooftops to the Hokage tower. Not a ladies' man, my ass. The Kazekage said. Then he and Gaara along with Kakurum took to the rooftops to the Hokage tower following Naruto, and Kakashi carried their woman to the tower to see if Naruto could ask Hiruzen for a favor. Naruto, Kakashi, and the Kazekage all got to the Hokage's office to catch Hiruzen just about to leave. Hey old man, Naruto started, as Temari thought how he could be so informal with his leader. Could I ask you for the favor? Naruto finished stressing the last two words. Are you sure it's time for this, Naruto? You realize this means you will have to make this as one of your top priorities, right? Hiruzen said. I understand, but I'm absolutely sure this is the right time. Naruto replied. Well then, if you're sure about this, then I guess I can't go against your request. Hiruzen then went over to his desk, then opened up a secret compartment in his desk, and inside was a wooden box filled with three-pronged kunai with writing on the handle for locating it. Naruto grabbed the box, and opened it, and showed Temari and everyone what was inside of it. Naruto grabbed one of the three-pronged kunai, and handed it to Temari. If you ever need me to teleport to your side, you just have to send some chakra into the kunai, then stab it into the ground, and I'll find you. I hope this works out for whenever you need me. Also one for Autumn-san, and Okay-san, and one for Asuma and Anko when we see them. I hope you like the gift. I was hoping to save. Naruto quickly took advantage of the situation. He took Temari bridal style again, then hopped out of the window onto a rooftop, then hopped all the way to their house. Well, I guess we should be going, Kakashi said, scratching the back of his head. He quickly followed Naruto's lead, and took kunai bridal style, and followed Naruto's exact path. When the Haddoks finally got to their house, Kunai was the first to speak. Since when have you been such a ladies' man, Kakashi? Kunai asked. I can see Naruto being a ladies' man, but since when have you been so open? You haven't been like this for a few months, and I was wondering when you'd finally open up again. To be honest, I was getting a little worried about you, Kunai said, grinning while she mentally came up with a plan to seduce Kakashi that night. Well, Kur-chan, with all of my missions I haven't been able to do just that, but trust me, in some of my free time I'll open up. Just wait and see, Kakashi said, giving her a nice smile. Naruto and Temari were sitting on the couch talking, and getting to know more about where each of them lived. Naruto was interested to know what life in Suna was like, while Temari wanted to hear everything about Konoha. The two were so engrossed in their own conversation that they thought they were the only ones in the house, thankfully, because they were lost in their own world. Kunai was walking behind their couch, and swinging her hips to get Kakashi's attention, and then lure him into her little trap she had set for him. Kakashi saw Kunai swing her hips, and understood what she wanted. From there his crotch took over him. As his pants were tightening, the more his dick got aroused. Finally Kakashi walked into his and Kunai's room, and closed the door, then put a privacy seal around the room so they wouldn't disturb Temari and Naruto's get to know each other. Some time passed when Naruto decided it was best for them to head on to bed. Naruto went ahead and let Temari into his room, although this was against Kunai's request for them to not sleep together. Naruto climbed in bed only in his undergarments, while Temari had her own little nightgown. Once the two were in bed, Naruto wrapped his arm around Temari, and she rolled into him, and laid her head on his chest to hear his heartbeat. Even though this was her first night with her boyfriend-fiancé, she loved hearing his heartbeat and using his developing arm as a pillow. The two of them were like that for the entire night without being disturbed. Later that night, when Kakashi got done knocking up Kunai, they both walked into what was supposed to be Temari's room to see how she was doing until they saw no one in the bed. Both of them quickly had fear in their eyes until they checked Naruto's room and saw them sleeping together in peace. Kunai was about to cry and didn't want to leave that side, but Kakashi somehow got her away from Naruto and Temari's room and brought her back to their own room, where Kakashi spooned Kunai for the rest of the night. Time skipped to end of the week when Temari leaves for Suna. The rest of the week was great for everyone. Everything was peaceful, and no one ran into Guy or his son Lee. But reality hit Naruto harder than running into a wall of bricks being pushed by a train. He was so sad that Temari had to leave because they were getting so used to each other's presence. Naruto had taken Temari out on a couple of mini dates to the movies, and Kakashi let Temari train with Naruto and try to teach her everything she could learn while she was staying with him. But the truth was that Temari had to leave, but Naruto felt that he would be seeing her sooner than the Chunin exams in 6 years that will be held in Konoha. Everyone said their goodbyes, and Naruto and Temari were the last to do so. Naruto pulled out one of the three-pronged kunai and handed it over to Temari with great care. Whenever you need me, I'm only a kunai away from Tima-chan. I want you to remember me whenever you look at this kunai. I'll truly miss you, Tima-chan, Naruto said. Since everyone from the leaf that was present was behind Naruto, and Temari's family was facing the road ahead of them, Naruto decided to do something that could have been considered trashing the Haddock tradition. Naruto quickly took off his two masks to show Temari his face for her first time, as she forgot to tell Naruto to take it off the entire week. This will be her first and last time, for a while, to see Naruto without his masks on. Temari was just staring and thinking to herself how lucky she got to be able to marry this young stud. Temari had no idea what she was doing, and leaned in to kiss Naruto, and he did the same, leaning into her, and they kissed for the first time, and both soon felt heat rushing up to their cheeks, before Naruto broke the kiss, pulled up his masks, and whispered something only Temari could hear. "I will always love you, my sand princess." Temari started to blush wildly before she whispered something back to Naruto, "And I will always love you, my golden fox-sama." Naruto started to blush, then gave Temari a peck on the cheek before waving goodbye to his fiancé, and to her brothers, and father. The day for our hero is here, graduation. Naruto will finally become a shinobi for the Hidden Leaf Village. Temari over in Suna has been a kunoichi for Suna for 3 years, Conqueror for 2 years, and this will be Gaara's first year, as a shinobi. So let's visit our blonde hero. Naruto has woken up ready to tackle his big day. Man, it's gonna be a great day once I become a shinobi. Maybe Otenshi will throw one of his legendary parties Aunt Anko has told me about. Naruto said, as he stretched out the tiredness in his muscles. Kakashi-kun will not throw one of his legendary parties. Last time was when you went to Shikamaru's house, and Anko got everyone drunk, and we all had a hangover for a day. Plus Asuma almost got Anko pregnant. Kurenai said, rolling her eyes at her son, but smiling. I know Uncle Asuma almost got Aunt Anko pregnant, but they've been dating for over a year, and Anko does want a kid. So why not give her a kid? Naruto said. It doesn't matter, Naruto, the two of them told me they aren't ready for kids yet, and plus they aren't even engaged. Kurenai replied. Okay, I guess that's a good reason, but do you have any idea when Asuma will ask for Anko's hand in marriage? Naruto asked. As a matter of fact, I do know when, after the exams, but why is this so important to you all of a sudden? Kurenai asked, grinning. After exams, but that's when I was going to do it. Naruto yelled, a little upset at hearing this news. To whom? Have you forgotten that you're engaged to Temari, and for 6 years at that? Kurenai snapped back at him. That's who I was going to ask. I know we're going to be getting married because of politics, but I want her to know that I want to personally marry her because I love her, and I will protect her. Naruto said, giving his mom a smile. I know you will. Now come on, you have to be at the academy in 2 hours for graduation. Kurenai said, smiling back at her son. 2.5 hours later, Naruto is sitting with all of his friends around him, and they're all talking about a bunch of stuff. Iruka was running a little late because of depression problems that he's had that only 3 people have noticed, Naruto, Kakashi, and the Hokage. Naruto was just about to ask his friends if they knew what their element was, but Iruka finally showed up. And they got through the final welcomings, and Iruka announced who the Rookie of the Year was, and the Kunoichi of the Year. Naruto won Rookie of the Year, and Ino won Kunoichi of the Year. The two were congratulated by everyone except the emo Sasuke, and his banshee of a fangirl Sakura. Sakura was demanding Naruto to give up his Rookie of the Year award to her Sasuke-kun, and demanded Ino to give her Kunoichi of the Year award to herself. But Ino just looked at Naruto, and he nodded his head. Next thing you know, Ino punched Sakura in the gut, and sent her flying through the wall of the classroom, and into the next door classroom. Naruto had already walked up to the top row of the classroom with the rest of his friends, and when they all saw the punch, they whipped out some cards with numbers, and they all held up a 10. Even Shino joined in on this, and Ino gave them a bow, and returned to her desk next to Shikamaru. No one knew that the two of them had been going out for a month or so, except for Naruto and Choji. Everyone else just thought that they were really close friends, because of their fathers being very good friends. Hinata and Kiba were even starting their own little relationship that no one knew except for Naruto. It seems that Naruto is the only one that knows what's going on between all of his friends. Tenten had even tried a few times to catch Niji's eye, but he was just too damn stubborn to notice her. After the awards were passed out, Naruto was the first one called in to do the clone, and he nailed it. After everyone had gone, they all found out that they were all going to be shinobi with each other. But their big day wasn't over just yet. Iruka was going to announce the teams that each person would be put on. Flashback to the night before now. You all know why you're here. You will be requesting a team of genin for you to lead, so if there are any volunteers, please step forward now. Hiruzen said, as everyone looked around at each other until Asuma stepped up. And who would you like to request Asuma-sama? Hiruzen asked. Before I give my request to Lord Hokage, it is my understanding that after the exams Naruto's fiancée Temari is to be joining our ranks. Is this true, Hokage-sama? Asuma asked. Yes, this is true. Temari will be joining us after we host the exams. Why do you ask, Asuma-san? Hiruzen inquired, already knowing where this was going. Well, now that I know that that rumor is a fact, I would like to request Ino Yamanaka, Shikamaru Nar, Choji Akimichi, Naruto Haddock, and when she joins us, Temari Haddock. Asuma said all 5 of the names without phasing for a second. Everyone had a surprise on their face, because if the Hokage accepted this, they would be the first team in ninja history to have 5 genin on a team, which would force the team to have 2 on the team. I accept this request now. Who would you request to be the second on your team? You will still be Team 10 or Team Asuma, but you must have a second if you are to have more than 3 genin on the team. Hiruzen replied. Anko Mitarashi would be a great fit for the team. With her knowledge in fighting, she can be very useful for the team. Asuma answered his father and leader. Then I will accept this request. You can tell Anko if you want, or I can send word to her if you would like me to. Hiruzen said. That will be fine. I will tell her later when I find her, probably at the dango shop. Asuma said, starting to laugh along with everyone else, knowing Enko that's probably where she actually was, and believe it or not she was. Everyone else made their requests, but Asuma's request was the only one that stood, and Hiruzen didn't do it because of Asuma being his son. He did it because he knew Naruto had a strong connection with Ino, Shika, and Choji. Plus Naruto is well acquainted with Asuma and Enko, with the two of them being his godparents. Now if that is all, I have some damn paperwork to get back to, unfortunately. Hiruzen said, giving everyone a little chuckle. Flash forward to Naruto's graduation day. If I could have your attention everyone, I will announce the teams. Iruka said. He got through teams 1 to 6, and then there was team 7. Team 7 will consist of Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Sai. Your leader will be Kakashi Haddock. You shall meet him when he gets here. Iruka said. So moving on to team 8, Hinata Hyuga, Shino Apuram, and Kiba Inuzuka. Your leader shall be Kurenai Haddock. Iruka said, then got on with team 10. There's already a team 9, so team 10 will be with the following: Ino Yamanaka, Shikamaru Nar, Choji Akimichi, and Naruto Haddock, along with another Kunoichi who won't be joining you for another 6 months. Your leaders, and yes I said leaders, will be Asuma Sarutobi as the main leader, and Anko Mitarashi as the secondary leader. Asuma has requested for you 4 to go to the top of the roof for your team meeting. Iruka said, with tears starting to fill his eyes up. To think that you kids are now ninja makes me so proud. Iruka said, full out crying now. Everyone rolled their eyes, and Naruto was the first to hop out the window to head up to the roof, followed closely by the Ino Shikacho trio. The 4 young genin got to the top to find Asuma, and Anko found a place to do their training. Anko suggested training ground 44, or the Forest of Death, but Anko likes to think of it as her personal backyard. Asuma thought they should go to training ground 10. Both of the lovers were so focused on finding a training area that they never realized their genin team arrived. Why not train in both areas? Shikamaru asked. Asuma and Anko looked at each other and mentally slapped themselves for not thinking of that at all. We didn't put that into consideration for pineapple hair. Anko snapped back. You two are troublesome. Shikamaru lazily replied to Anko. Just like your father, always calling everything troublesome, so why don't you start by introducing yourself? Asuma said. My name is Shikamaru Nar. My hobbies are Ino, Go, Shogi, eating at the pit, and watching. My dislikes are losing to Naruto and Go, and Shogi, and troublesome people. My dream is to be the best Nar known, and raise a family. I guess that's Asuma and Anko-sensei. Shikamaru said, sighing, as he sat on the roof to watch the clouds. You're up in a ponytail. Anko said to Ino, signaling the second introduction. Well, my name is Ino Yamanaka. My likes are Shikamaru, and flowers, and hanging out with my friends. My dislikes are that pink-haired banshee Sakura, and that emo freak Sasuke. My dreams are to be the best Kunoichi, and raise a family. That's it I guess. Choji, why don't you go? Ino said, finishing her introduction. Okay, my name is Choji Akimichi. My family owns the local pit Shikamaru mentioned earlier. My favorite food is steak, and pork, and of course my friends. My dislikes are stuck-up people, and people who call me the F-word. Choji said before Anko whispered to Naruto a question as to what the F-word Choji was referring to was, hey Naruto, what does Choji mean by the F-word? Does he mean fuck or fat fuck? Anko asked, and luckily Choji didn't hear fat, but Naruto replied, tried the FAT word. Now if you call him what you just called him, he will be extremely pissed. If you want to find a fight, just call Akimichi fat. Naruto replied, and explained to Anko and Asuma, who listened in on the mini conversation. Choji continued with his introduction. My dreams are to take over my pod's BK pit, show people that even though I'm bigger than most people I can still be effective as a ninja. That's all for me. Oh wait, I want to raise a family like Shikamaru and Ino. That should be everything. It looks like you're up to Naruto. Choji said, as Naruto got up to speak and introduce himself. Well, that leaves me. You all know me, I'm Naruto Haddock. My likes are my team-chan, my friends, and my family, and ramen from Michiraku's. My dislikes would have to be that annoying pink-haired banshee, and her weak Sasuke-kun, plus anyone who tries to hurt my friends and family. My dream is to marry Temari-chan, and raise a family with her, and become Hokage, so I can prove I am the best ninja in the leaf, and protect everyone in it, even if they hate me, and them. Naruto said, as he finished, and sat down to hear what Asuma and Anko had to say. Well, thanks for the introductions, Asuma, and I have agreed that every other day you will train at Training Ground 10 and Training Ground 44. Tomorrow we'll meet right here and go to Training Ground 44. So get some sleep and bring all of your equipment for tomorrow. Trust me, you'll need it. Anko said, smirking, then left with Asuma. Well, why don't we go out and celebrate our little victory of becoming genin guys? Choji said, hoping they would agree and they could all go out and get some BK. Sorry, I got to go home and train with Autumn-san and see who he got along with, who Oda-chan got for her team. After tomorrow we will definitely get some food, Choji, I promise you that. So Shika, you know what are y'all gonna do now that we have the rest of the day to ourselves? Naruto explained, then asked. Well, Ino and I are going to walk around the village and just go wherever we may go. What about you, Choji, any plans for you? Shikamaru asked one of his best friends. No plans, that's why I was hoping we could go and get some food, but if you guys already have plans that's cool. I'll just head home. Choji said with his head hanging, and walking to his home very sad that everyone else have already got plans to do, and he had the rest of the day without anything to do. And I feel bad brushing Choji off, don't you Shikamaru, you know? Naruto asked two of his best friends. Yeah, I kinda feel bad for brushing him off. Maybe we can find something to do first, as long as it's not troublesome or anything like that. You know, Shikamaru stated. I'm fine, as long as I can stay away from the flower shop for a little while. Ino said. I could use some time before training with Autumn-san, so where should we go? I noticed Anko smirking when she said we would be at training ground 44 tomorrow, so why not scout out the place to see what we're up against? Naruto said. Shikamaru and Ino nodded at the idea, and they caught up with Choji that they changed their minds, and found where they wanted to go for the time being. Hey Choji, wait up, Ino said, as she ran to catch up with Choji to tell him the news. Huh? Choji said, looking over his shoulder to see a smiling Ino running at him with Naruto, and Shikamaru grinning, and following Ino. Hey Ino, what's up? Choji said, still a little saddened about what happened earlier. We were thinking about your offer, and we came to the conclusion that we could all have some time from our parents. Naruto with his training with Kakashi, Shikamaru getting nagged from his mother, and me working at the flower shop. So we decided to go and see how much of training ground 44 we could scout out. So what do you say, Choji? Will you come with us? Ino asked. Sure, why not? Any advantage we can have, we should take it. Choji said. But let's head over there now before we lose any light. Naruto said, walking up to Ino and Choji with Shikamaru. Naruto and the gang all left for training ground 44 with all of their supplies should anything or anyone attack them. Remember Naruto, we have to be on alert at all times since this is foreign territory to us. Shikamaru said. I know this, Shika. We need to find a place where we can put our stuff in, so when we have training with Asuma and Anko we'll have a base with all of our things in it. That's why I bought 50% of my weapons with me in these scrolls. Naruto answered Shikamaru as he showed him and the rest of the team the scrolls. Now let's find a good spot hidden away, and that no one else would find. If we have to make out ourselves then we'll do it. Besides, I overheard a rumor when my dad went to a meeting with the Hokage. He said that the second stage of the exams held here in Konoha might be the Forest of Death or training ground 44. Either way we should find a spot, so if we do have to come here for the exams, we are 100% ready for what this place has to throw at us. Naruto said with his usual smile. Hey Naruto, what about that spot right over there? It's out of the way and underground, so it would be hard for anyone to detect us. Ino said, hoping inside that they could quickly get out of the Forest of Death, as she was starting to get a little unsettled about the place. She felt like something or someone was watching them, and she was starting to get a really bad feeling about being here in the forest. Ino, calm down, everything will be alright. Shikamaru said. He's right, the three of us won't let anything bad happen to you, just stay calm, and we can work through this together. Naruto said, looking back at her, and giving her a reassuring smile. I'll send down a clone to scout out the place. If it's big enough we may be able to put more than just weapons in there. Naruto said, as he sent down a clone to check out the place, and make sure that everything checked out. The rest of the team sat on branches surrounding the area with their backs to the possible hideout spot, in case Ino's feeling of something watching them was correct. Unfortunately, it was a giant snake that was at least 25 feet from one side of its head to the other, and around 45 to 50 feet long, with two razor-sharp fangs. Spread out, get enough room between each other, and let me come up with a plan. Shikamaru said. You heard him, spread out. Naruto shouted. Shikamaru got into his signature thinking pose, and almost instantaneously came up with a plan to take down the snake. Guys, we're going to call this counter-attack Haddock. Ino, get ready with your mind destruction. Naruto, get ready to make some clones. And Choji, be ready to use your family's partial expansion when I give the signal. Shikamaru yelled to the rest of his team. What about you, Shika? Choji asked. I already have that under control. Shadow Strangle Jutsu success. Ino now. Shikamaru yelled out, giving order after order. Right, mind transfer jutsu. Ino yelled, as her soul went into the snake, and her body collapsed on a tree branch. Naruto, now, use your shadow clones to give this overgrown snake the beating of a lifetime. We don't know how long Ino can last inside the snake. Choji, get ready, you're almost up. Shikamaru continued to give out orders. Right, multi-shadow clone jutsu. Naruto yelled, and 1,000 Narutos jumped at the snake. Guys executed the Haddock barrage. Naruto yelled, and his clones knew exactly what to do. The clones created a chain link of themselves, and grabbed Naruto, and threw him in the air. Next, a clone flew above him, and flipped him to where he was facing the ground, then dispersed. Another clone was quick behind him, and channeled chakra into his hand, then grabbed the real Naruto, and threw him towards the snake at great speed. Naruto was spinning, and kicked the snake right behind the head, leading with his heel. Haddock barrage. Naruto yelled, as he connected his attack on the snake. Once the blow connected, the dust and dirt on the ground made a huge cloud that even the Hokage who was looking out of his office window saw, and he soon took off to see what was going on. His fear was that Orochimaru had returned. Naruto landed on the ground, and dispelled all of his clones, and Ino left the snake's mind right before the blow. Damn, that took a lot out of me. Naruto said with his right arm covering his stomach, and his left arm slung over Ino, who recovered rather quickly. Choji breath finish breath it's now. Naruto yelled, wanting this to be over with, and returned home after they placed all of their stuff in their hideout. I'm on it, partial expansion jutsu. Choji yelled, as his hands grew to enormous proportions. Choji yelled, as he was going to crush the snake's head by clapping his two huge hands together, but was suddenly stopped by a voice. Wait. Came the voice. Choji immediately stopped the motion of his hands, and looked around to see where the voice was coming from, and it was coming from the snake that Choji was about to smash its brains out. Choji holds up. I think I know why this snake can talk to us, and we can hear it. Naruto said, as he approached the snake without the help of Ino. There are only 2 people that have the snake summoning contract. Now are you Anko's or her former S-class missing Nin Sensei or Orochimaru? Choose the wrong answer, and it will seal your fate. Naruto said with ice and brutality in his voice, something none of his friends had ever heard from him, not even his best friends with him right now. I am a summoner from Anko, not the traitorous bastard Orochimaru. I was summoned by Anko to guard this forest. I saw your chakra signature, and thought that you were an enemy, so I came to attack. But now I see that you know Anko. Please do tell, as to how you have come to know her. She is on the wild side at some times, so I'm curious, as to how a 12-year-old boy and his friends would know her. The snake said. Well, for starters, she's my godmother, but I call her Aunt Anko, and secondly, she's going to be our sensei alongside her boyfriend Asuma Sarutobi. Naruto said. I can't believe she's actually settling down, and finding a mate. Is he good to her? The snake said, dragging out the last part to get Naruto's name. Naruto Haddock, and yes, he's been very good. Anko has told me that Asuma is the first guy to ever want to have a relationship with her that doesn't involve sex 24/7, and he doesn't care about her past because he knows that she had absolutely nothing to do with it. Naruto said. At the local dango shop, Achu. Went Anko and Asuma, as they looked at each other curiously. Looks like someone is thinking about us, aren't they, Anko? Asuma said jokingly. I guess so. I wonder who it could be. Anko said, as she tried to think of who it could possibly be. Back with Naruto. Yes, I know about this. She's told me the last 3 men she went out with only wanted to go out with her because of her quote-unquote huge upai or huge rack. The men only wanted to have sex with her, and while she did enjoy it at some times when she was stressed out, and it was the best stress reliever she had beside, she didn't feel like she was truly being loved and appreciated. I hope this Asuma person can not only please her in bed, but out of bed as well. The snake said. Oh, I'm sorry, how rude of me. My name is Midori, Anko's personal summon. And who are your friends, Naruto-sama? Midori inquired. Please, just Naruto will be fine. This is Ino Yamanaka from the Yamanaka clan. Naruto started. Pleased to meet you, Midori. Ino said, as she bowed, paying her respects to Midori. Though the Yamanaka clan is very good with mind if I recall, and with the name of Into you must be Inoichi's daughter, am I right? Midori asked, laughing a little bit. Yes, that would be correct, Midori. May I ask how you know my father? Ino asked. Why don't you ask your father for that story? Ask him for the first time we met each other. He'll know what I'm talking about. Midori said, winking at Ino, and laughing a little bit. This over here is Shikamaru Nara, hailing from the Nara clan. Naruto said to Midori, introducing Shika to Midori. Pleased to meet you, Midori. Shikamaru said in his usual bored tone. Ah, Nara, you must be very intelligent if you are from the Nara clan, and by the way you look, I would have to guess you got all of your father's genes. Shikaku Nara, yes. Midori said, smirking a little, knowing that she was absolutely correct. You know my father. Is it the same story as the one for Ino, Midori? Shikamaru asked. Yes, indeed, it would be Shikamaru. And you must be Chose's boy. Tell me, what's your name, young Akimichi? Midori said, shifting her attention away from Ino and Shikamaru to Choji. I would be Choji Akimichi from the Akimichi clan, as you have already deduced, Midori. And I'll go out on a limb saying that you know all of our parents from the same mission or event. Is that correct? Choji asked Midori. Yes, that would be correct, except for the fact that I never met the White Fang of the Leaf's son in person. Anko has only mentioned or told me about him, so you would be the first Haddock I have ever met, and I am certainly pleased to meet you, Naruto Haddock. So if I may ask, what are the 4 of you doing out here? Midori continued on with the conversation. Wait, hold up, Shikamaru interrupted. Forgive me, but could you tell us how you met our fathers? Shikamaru asked. Of course, you see your fathers were still, and Anko was already a jonin, so she led them on a mission, and we got into a fight with Orochimaru. Anko summoned me, and your fathers were terrified from seeing me the first time. Anyway, after the fight each of your fathers had a huge crush on Anko. First was Shikaku, but soon found love in another woman, and they broke up. Next was Chose, and he treated her like a queen, but it was the same for him, his heart light with someone else. Then there was Inoichi, whom Anko thought she would live with forever, but work got between them, and soon they broke up. Eventually she moved on from them, and has tried to find some other man that will protect her, and not care about her past with Orochimaru. Midori said before Shikamaru cut in. Was it our fathers who slept with Anko 24/7, or were there 3 other men who did that? Shikamaru asked, hoping it wasn't their parents, or else he would be extremely pissed at his father for going so low. No, it wasn't any of them. In fact, Anko never had sex with any of them. After the breakup with Inoichi, Anko kept getting drunk every single night, and eventually she thought she found her man, but again she was wrong. All he wanted was to use her as a baby maker and fuck her whenever wherever. It was like that for the two that came after that scum. I will tell you, Anko told me she did enjoy having sex, but she never truly felt loved, so she promised to never fall for a man, but seeing as she's dating again, your sensei must be a very worthy man to spend time with her. How long have they been going out with Naruto? Midoriya asked. For about a year or so. I'm pretty sure Suma is going to ask for her hand in marriage, but I don't know when. Naruto lied to everyone there. He knew damn well when Asuma was going to ask, but he kept it a secret knowing the time would come. As for why we're here, Anko-sensei told us to meet her here tomorrow. Any idea why, Midoriya? You're her personal summon after all. Naruto said. No, I have no idea. Midoriya lied right back at Naruto. Oh well, then I guess we should be on our way then. See you, Midoriya. Naruto said before his team leapt into the trees and waited for Midoriya to leave the area so they could put their weapons in the new base that one of Naruto's clones had scouted out while they were talking. How's the place, Naruto? Choji asked. Perfect, Choji. We'll put all of our stuff once Midoriya is out of sight. Naruto said. Minus 30 minutes later, Naruto's clones had scouted out the entire Forest of Death, and now he knew it like the back of his hand, and drew out maps for Ino, Shika, and Choji to memorize for when they had their test. They had no. The next day, Naruto and the rest of Team 10 arrived at the gates of Training Ground 44, and they looked at each other and nodded to one another. You guys have this down pat? Naruto asked. You bet. Ino replied with a smile. Without a doubt. Shikamaru said, grinning. You know it. Choji said. But you all remember where home is, right? Naruto asked again. Yes. They all replied. Before Naruto could get another word out, Anko interrupted them from her spot on top of the gate. Well, looks like you children got a good night's sleep. Here is your test. You have to strip me naked. That means every piece of clothing is off of me. Anko said, grinning. Asuma was there as well, and he collapsed from the huge nosebleed he got thinking of seeing Anko naked again for the second time in less than 10 hours. They fucked the night before. Choji and Shikamaru fell next to Asuma with nosebleeds of their own, and surprisingly Ino had one of her own. Naruto was the only one who didn't get one, partly because he never fantasized seeing Anko naked, only imagining what Temari would look like now if she was naked, so it was pointless to try to get Naruto to think of Anko that way. Ha 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 ha, wow, the four of you are such perverts, except for maybe my Asuma-kun. Anko said, laughing her ass off, not expecting the reaction she received. What's the real test, Anko? Naruto asked, getting a little irritated. That's Anko-sensei to you when we are a team, at home and Anko or just plain old Anko is fine, but when we are together, as a team it will be Anko-sensei got Naruto. Anko said more than asked. Yes, Anko-sensei. Naruto replied, rolling his eyes, and still speaking in his bored tone. Good, your test is to survive for a full day. Anko started. I will send out summons to attack you, but not kill you. They will have killing intent, but they won't do it. Anko said. Like Midoriya, Anko-sensei. Naruto asked, grinning for what was to come next. How do you know Midoriya, Naruto? Anko asked in disbelief. We had a run-in the other day. Naruto said, still grinning. Explain now. Anko said, getting angry with her nephew. That would be for my team to know, and you, and Asuma-sensei to find out, so if you will I'll be taking the rest of my team into the Forest of Death to start. See you tomorrow morning, Aunt Anko. Naruto is still smiling while waving back at Anko, and carrying Ino on his back while Shikamaru and Choji recover from the loss of blood. Oh, and Anko, if I wanted to I could give you a nosebleed worse than the four of theirs combined. Naruto said, as he hopped off into the woods. Damn you, Naruto Haddock. Anko muttered. Asuma gets up, we have the whole day to ourselves. I hope you know what you're in for. I planned this out for a while, so hurry up, and meet me at my place. I wouldn't want to give you your surprise, and have the Hokage walk in on it. Anko said, smirking, hoping to get another nosebleed from Asuma. And she soon did. Unfortunately for her, she had to carry him back to the village, and to the hospital for him to recover. Flash forward to the next day. Anko had come to check up on how well Team 10 did in their survival test to officially become genin. To her surprise she couldn't find them, and summoned Midoriya, who said that she never saw the now genin either. What do you mean you never encountered them? You sent out the rest of the summons like I asked you to, right, Midoriya? Anko asked, angry at how 4 ninjas that weren't genin could outdo a snake summon from A. The whole time Team 10 was hiding in their hideout undetected by Midoriya and her snakes. Naruto woke up the rest of his team after he felt Anko's presence approach them. Hey Shikamaru, wake up, Anko is coming our way. No doubt she's pissed at Midoriya for not finding us the whole night. Naruto said. Alright, I'll get the others up, Yonino. Choji gets up, and Anko's coming our way, and she's pissed, so unless you want to find out what she'll do when she's pissed, wake up. Shikamaru said to both of them. Okay, we're up, Shikagees. Did we pass the test or fail? Ino asked. We're about to find out about Ino, so get up, and get ready. We may have to fight Anko. As a part of the test, everyone grab your kunai and shuriken to prepare for the worst. Naruto said, as he waited for everyone else to get prepared for a fight that may not even happen. Enko-sensei, we survived just like you told us to, so what do we do now? Naruto said, acting as normal as possible. Where the hell have you four been? Midora couldn't find you even when she sent out snakes of her own. Where the hell did you all hide for 24 hours? Enko screamed at them, somewhat impressed that Midora could never find them in a full day's time. Well, we found an opening underground, and we checked it out to see if we could all stay there, and we could actually fit 35 to 40 people if there was an emergency like an invasion. Naruto replied to a very impressed Enko. Barely 35 to 40 people, how the fuck did I not find this? Enko said, thinking out loud to herself. Yeah, Naruto even put up half of his weapon supply in there, the rest are Tentens and the house. We even brought out non-perishable foods whenever we may need to use this place, but I doubt we'll have to use it for an emergency. Shikamaru said, joining in on the conversation. I have to admit I'm impressed with you four, and, as a reward, you are all promoted to the level of genin. Enko said with her grin spreading from one ear to the other. I see. Shikamaru started. We were never really genin until we passed this test. The test at the academy was to see if we were smart enough to be a genin. This test, Shikamaru was interrupted by Ino, and this test was to see if we were actually capable of being a genin. Ino said, finishing up Shikamaru's thought. Well, she smiled at him, knowing she sort of got him pissed off, but he shrugged it off, knowing it was Ino just trying to play with him. Correct again. You guys really are the best from the academy, but you guys do have both the Shinobi and Kunoichi of the year, so how do you not have a kick-ass team like yours? Plus, I'll let you in on a little secret about the team assignments. Enko said, drawing the attention of all four now genin level ninja, as they wanted for Enko to continue before their heads blew up from the anxiety. Asuma was the only one that got his requested team. He requested for Ino Yamanaka, Shikamaru Nar, Choji Akimichi, Naruto Haddock, and lastly Temari Haddock. Naruto's eyes grew wide when Enko said the last part, cause he almost forgot that after the exams, Temari would become a leaf Kunoichi and live with him full time. Naruto now had mixed emotions going on within himself. He was just fucking overjoyed that Temari was going to be on his team, but on the same token he was terrified that Temari would be extremely pissed that he had forgotten to send a letter or two to her when she left, and terrified that she might have found a more worthy boyfriend. But what Naruto didn't know was that Temari had been waiting for the year that she would turn 15, because that was the year that both Gar and Naruto would become genin, and she would be able to see her fiancé after 6 years. She wondered how much he had changed, if he was ripped, tall, and handsome like she thought he would be. And she would be correct. The only thing she didn't know was how Naruto looked. Naruto's yellow hair had grown out a bit, but definitely not to the length of the fourth Hokage's. He was the strongest one in his class, and stronger than those in the year before him. And on top of that, Naruto was at 4'7", which is short for a ninja of the age of 12. Usually they are from 4'9", but with his short stature, he had a bit of a weight advantage going for him, about 20 pounds more than the average ninja his age. All of this was making a perfect track for Naruto to become the perfect ninja. So to put it to short terms, he has become the king of studs. Everywhere he went with his friends he knew there were girls drooling when he passed by them. He had even caught Ino, Tenten, and Hinata looking at him, and while he was flattered in a sense, something inside him told him to not make a move on them, and he didn't. Naruto shrugged this feeling off, thinking it was a gut feeling or an instinct, but it wasn't. It was the Kyuubi trying to talk to him. But the fourth Hokage put such an advanced seal on Naruto that it would take a shitload of time to get through to Naruto, unless he was rendered unconscious, and then forced to speak to Kyuubi. Anyway, back to Naruto not sending any letters to Temari. He is thinking that Temari is going to rip his head off, then feed it to some wild animals. But there will be none of that bullshit in my story, because the third Hokage has been saving Naruto's ass yet again. He has been sending letters to Temari telling her about how Naruto is doing, and that there will be a huge celebration once he becomes a genin, and that she's invited to come and join to celebrate his accomplishments. Now Asuma had caught up with his team, and got up to date with everything, and congratulated them on becoming official genin for Konoha. Word was sent to Kakashi and Kurenai about this, and they were told to meet at the Akimichi pit for a party. Even the Hokage got word of this, and said that he would join in on the celebration for Team 10. Minus 30 minutes later, everyone was at the Akimichi pit having the time of their lives. It wasn't until they finished their lunch that Kakashi stood up and spoke to the group. I'll be throwing one of my legendary parties to congratulate the best class of genin this village has seen since our very own. Kakashi was referring to everyone that you know of in this story, and some others not mentioned yet. So in 3 days there will be a party at the Haddock residence. Don't worry about food and drinks, we got that covered. And Choji, yes, Kakashi-sensei. Choji asked, looking confused as hell. I have asked Choza to cater BK to the house, so I know you'll enjoy the party. Choji with the tears. Thank you so much, Kakashi-sensei. Choji said while crying. Naruto, someone of extreme importance is coming to see you the same night of the party, so don't get drunk or anything. Kakashi said before he leaned in to whisper something that only Naruto would hear. Between the two of us, I honestly give 0 fucks if you get drunk. Just don't get a hangover to where you end up sleeping with the wrong girl, trust me, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Kakashi said, smiling at Naruto when he pulled away from him and sat normally. Then to flashback. Naruto had a confused look on his face, but just decided to go with the flow. Everyone was having a good time making jokes, and just relaxing doesn't happen too much when you become a shinobi for any hidden village. But then someone that only the Hokage was expecting walked in. "Hi, I'm here for the Team 10 celebration. Hokage-sama invited me. Sorry I'm late," Temari said, drawing the attention of Naruto. "Wow, she's so beautiful, but I feel like I've seen her before, but where?" Naruto thought. "Temari, how nice of you to join us," Hiruzen said, making Naruto have an enormous nosebleed. Naruto's nosebleed was fucking huge, and was out for a few minutes, but he eventually woke up, and rose out of his seat, and said what came to his mind. "Temari. Thanks for watching my video, and make sure to check out the author of this fanfic. Link is in the description. See you next time. Till then, sayonara."